My wife said during our divorce mediation, "I deserve the house. I made it a home." I nodded to the lawyer. "She's right." I gave her the house free and clear. Her victory was short-lived when she received the $150,000 bill for the foundation repair I'd been putting off. Original post. I, 48 male, sat there in the mediator's office last month, watching my soon-to-be ex-wife Diane, 45, perform her Oscar-worthy speech about why she deserved our house. 22 years of marriage ending, and she was treating it like a real estate negotiation. "I made that house a home," she said, dabbing her eyes with a tissue. "Every wall color, every piece of furniture, the garden, that's all me. Tom just paid for things. I created the memories." The mediator, a patient woman named Gloria, looked at me. "Mr. Henderson, your thoughts?" I shrugged. "She's right. Give her the house." Diane's lawyer, this aggressive guy named Brett, actually looked suspicious. "Just like that. Just like that. She wants it. She can have it. Free and clear. I'll keep my retirement accounts. She keeps the house. Even split." Diane's whole face lit up. She'd been expecting a fight. "See, the house was worth about $425,000 in the current market. My 401k and investments were worth roughly $450,000. Pretty even, right?" What Diane didn't know, because she never bothered with the boring house stuff, was that our foundation was failing. Had been for 2 years. I'd gotten 3 separate estimates, all coming in between $140,000 and $165,000 for a complete foundation repair and releveling. The garage was already showing major cracks, the master bedroom door wouldn't close properly, and we had a growing gap between the floor and baseboards in the kitchen. I'd been planning to address it this year, had even started setting money aside. But then Diane decided she was unfulfilled and needed to find herself, which apparently meant finding herself in bed with her CrossFit instructor Rodney. Yeah, I knew about Rodney. For 6 months. But I didn't say anything because I was consulting with my lawyer about the best way forward. "Document everything," he said. So I did. But the foundation? That was my ace in the hole. "You're sure you don't want to fight for the house?" Gloria asked me one more time. "Positive. Diane deserves it. She made it a home." We signed the papers right there. Diane practically floated out of that office. Update 1. Been 2 weeks since the papers were signed. Diane moved back into the house. I'd been staying in a rental apartment, and she's been posting all over social media about her fresh start and new chapter. Pictures of her redecorating, having wine nights with her girlfriends, talking about how she won the house. Her sister Marcy even commented, "So glad you got what you deserved. Tom never appreciated that beautiful home you created." "Sure, Marcy, let's go with that." Yesterday I got a text from Diane, then another, then about 15 more in rapid succession. "What the hell did you do to the foundation?" "The garage floor just cracked in half. There's a guy here saying we need $150,000 in repairs. This is fraud. You knew about this. I'm calling my lawyer. You bastard, you planned this. The contractor said you had estimates done 2 years ago. I can't afford this. Tom, please, we need to talk. The house is sinking. They said if I don't fix it soon, the house could be condemned. I'm going to, please call me." "This isn't funny," I didn't respond. "Not my house, not my problem." Then her lawyer Brett called. "Tom, we need to discuss this foundation situation." "What foundation situation?" "Don't play dumb. Diane's hired a structural engineer. The house needs immediate repairs." "Okay? She wanted the house. She got the house, as is. It's all in the paperwork. You had a duty to disclose. Check the divorce settlement, Brett. Page 17, Section 3. Property to be transferred as is, with all existing conditions, known or unknown. Your client signed it. You witnessed it." Long pause. "You son of a..." "Brett, I gave her exactly what she asked for. The house she made a home. If she'd bothered to get an inspection, or maybe asked me about the stack of contractor estimates in my filing cabinet, or even just wondered why some doors stopped closing properly, she might have known. But she was too busy with Rodney to notice the house was literally falling apart. Kind of metaphorical, don't you think?" He hung up. Marcy called me next. "Tom, you need to help Diane with the house repairs." "Why would I do that?" "Because it's the right thing. You were married for over 20 years. were being the operative word. She ended it. She wanted the house. She got it. She can't afford $150,000 in repairs. Then she should sell it. She can't sell a house with foundation problems. Sure she can, just has to disclose them and take a massive loss. Maybe $200K if she's lucky, but hey, at least she'll have something. You're evil. I'm practical. By the way, how's Rodney handling all this? He moving in to help with the repairs? She hung up. Update 2. The escalation has been something else. Diane tried to go back to the mediator, claiming I'd hidden assets, the foundation issue. Gloria reviewed the paperwork and basically told her that as is means as is. Diane apparently cried for an hour in the parking lot. Then came the social media campaign. Diane posted this long sob story about how I'd sabotaged her fresh start, how I was an abusive narcissist who'd planned this all along. Some of her friends bought it, but others were skeptical. One of them, Janet, actually commented, "Wait, didn't you have a home inspection when you took ownership?" Diane deleted that comment real quick. But here's where it gets good. Rodney, Mr. CrossFit instructor, gone. The moment he found out Diane was potentially $150,000 in debt with a sinking house, he suddenly remembered he had a great opportunity at a gym in another state. Diane called me crying about that. He left me, Tom. As soon as things got hard, he just left. Shocking. The 28-year-old personal trainer who sleeps with married women isn't reliable. Who could have seen that coming? Don't be cruel. Diane, you blew up our marriage for a guy who does burpees for a living. What did you expect? She tried another angle last week. Showed up at my apartment with papers. What's this? A proposal. You pay for half the foundation repair, and I'll give you back half the house value after it's fixed and sold. I laughed. Actually laughed. So you want me to pay $75,000 to fix a house I don't own, then get back maybe $200,000 from a sale, when I could just keep my money and do nothing? It's only fair. Fair? Fair would have been not cheating on me with a guy who uses more hair gel than you do. Her face went red. This is about your pride, your stupid male ego. No, this is about contracts and consequences. You wanted the house without any input from me. Remember? I made it a home, not you. Well, congratulations, it's all yours. Then came the desperate measures. She had her mother, Helen, call me. This 72-year-old woman trying to guilt-trip me. Thomas, Diane is my only daughter. She made a mistake with that boy, but you're destroying her life over it. Helen, she destroyed our marriage. I just gave her what she demanded. The house. You knew about the foundation. And she knew about Rodney's abs for 6 months while she was supposed to be at book club. We all knew things. Please, Thomas, she can't afford this. Then she needs to figure it out. Just like I had to figure out how to restart my life at 48 after she decided our marriage was disposable. Yesterday, I heard from a mutual friend that Diane had to take out a personal loan just to start the most critical repairs, about $30,000 to stabilize the worst section. The interest rate is apparently brutal. She's also trying to sell everything valuable in the house. The furniture she picked out, the art she loved, even her jewelry. The dream home she fought for is now a money pit she can't escape. Update 3. Things have gotten absolutely nuclear. Diane tried to get me arrested. Yeah, you read that right. She called the cops claiming I'd been harassing her and stalking her since the divorce. 2 officers showed up at my apartment on a Saturday morning. Sir, we've had a complaint about harassment. I invited them in, offered coffee, and showed them my phone. Officers, here's my complete text history with my ex-wife. As you can see, she sent me 237 messages in the last 3 weeks. I've responded to exactly 0. They scrolled through the increasingly unhinged messages. Everything from, I hate you, to, please help me, to you've ruined my life, to I'm going to destroy you. Sir, you might want to consider a restraining order. Already filed the paperwork. Court date next week. They left pretty quick after that, but not before having a word with Diane about false reports. Then she tried to hit me where it hurt. My job. Called my boss claiming I was emotionally unstable and had threatened her. Unfortunately for Diane, my boss Jerry is also going through a divorce and his wife pulled similar stunts. Tom, your ex just called. Said you're dangerous and shouldn't be working with clients. Jerry. Tom, relax. I know the playbook. My ex called my boss too, told him I was an alcoholic. I haven't had a drink in 15 years. Just document everything and keep your head down. But Diane wasn't done. She hired a different lawyer, some ambulance chaser named Pete, who advertised on bus benches. He sent me this ridiculous demand letter claiming fraudulent concealment and demanding $175,000 in damages, foundation repair plus emotional distress. My lawyer, Steve, actually laughed when he read it. Tom, they have no case. The disclosure laws for divorce property transfers are different than regular real estate sales. You had no legal obligation to tell her about the foundation. She had every opportunity to inspect the property she was fighting for. So what do? We respond with a simple no and a reminder that she's already violated the terms of the divorce by harassing you. The best part? Diane's own social media posts destroyed any case she might have had. All those victory posts about winning the house, about how she deserved it, about her fresh start, they showed she wanted the house and got exactly what she asked for. Then came the rock bottom moment. Diane's mother Helen called me again, but this time she was different. Quiet, defeated. Thomas, I need to ask you something, and I need you to be honest, okay? Did you know about the affair before the divorce? Yes, 6 months. Long silence. Why didn't you say anything? Would it have mattered? Diane had made her choice. She told me you were neglectful, that you drove her to it. Helen, I worked, came home, cooked dinner half the time, maintained the house, and tried to be a good husband. The only thing I'm guilty of is being boring compared to a 28-year-old fitness instructor. She sighed. She's asking me for money, wants me to take out a loan against my house to help her. That's between you and her. Thomas, did you plan this? The foundation thing? No, I planned to fix it this year, had the money saved and everything. Then Diane filed for divorce. She wanted the house, demanded it actually, so I gave it to her. The fact that she never once asked about why I had contractors coming by for estimates or why I was moving money into a separate home repair savings account, that's on her. Helen hung up. Heard later she refused to help Diane financially. Told her to figure it out like an adult. Final update. It's been 3 months since the divorce was finalized. Here's where everyone ended up. Diane had to sell the house. But here's the thing about selling a house with massive foundation issues. You have to disclose them, and nobody wants to pay market value. She ended up letting it go for $195,000 to a house flipper who had the capital to fix it. After paying off the mortgage and the personal loan she'd taken for emergency repairs, she walked away with about $23,000. 23 grand. From a house she thought was worth $425,000. She's living in a 1-bedroom apartment now, the kind with thin walls and a parking lot view. Her Instagram went from living my best life posts to complete radio silence. Rodney posted a picture with his new girlfriend last week. She looks suspiciously married. Some people never learn. Diane's friends have been split. Half still think I'm evil incarnate. The other half have been quietly reaching out, saying things like we had no idea about the affair and she kind of brought this on herself. Janet actually apologized for believing Diane's version initially. Tom, I'm sorry. She made you sound like this terrible person. But you just gave her what she asked for, didn't you? Exactly what she asked for. The restraining order was granted after Diane showed up at my office just to talk, and security had to escort her out. She's not allowed within 500 feet of me for the next year. But the real kicker? Last week, the house flipper who bought the place reached out to me. Wanted to know if I had any documentation about the foundation repairs I'd been planning. Why, I asked. Found your initial quotes in the garage. You had good contractors lined up. Mind if I ask why you didn't fix it? Was planning to. Then my wife filed for divorce and demanded the house. Seemed like a waste to fix it just to hand it over. He laughed. She didn't get an inspection? Nope, too confident in her victory. Expensive mistake. I'll make about $200 profit after repairs. Good for you. You know, he said, in 20 years of flipping houses, I've never seen someone shoot themselves in the foot quite like this. She had you willing to fix it. Had a house that would have been worth $450 easy after repairs and threw it away for what? Pride? Pride and a personal trainer named Rodney. Hope he was worth it. Narrator, he wasn't. As for me, I'm doing all right. Renting a nice 2-bedroom condo downtown, closer to work. Dating isn't on my radar yet, but my therapist says I'm making good progress dealing with the betrayal. Started playing golf again, which Diane always said was boring and pointless. Turns out I'm pretty good when I actually have time to practice. My lawyer Steve summed it up best over drinks last week. Tom, you could have fought dirty, could have exposed the affair in court, made it messy. Instead, you just gave her exactly what she asked for and let reality do the rest. Is it wrong that I feel a little satisfied about it? Wrong? No. You were betrayed, gaslit, and then blamed for everything. She thought she was screwing you over by taking the house. Instead, she screwed herself. That's not revenge, Tom. That's karma. Got one last text from Diane last month before the restraining order kicked in. I know you hate me, but I need you to know I'm sorry. For everything. I threw away a good marriage for nothing. I destroyed our life for a fantasy. And now I have nothing. You win. I didn't respond, but she's wrong about one thing. I didn't win. Nobody wins when a marriage implodes. I just made sure I didn't lose everything in the explosion she created. The house she made a home is someone else's project now. The life she thought she deserved is a cramped apartment and a mountain of regret. And the man she threw away for a fling? He's playing golf on Saturdays and sleeping peacefully in a bed that doesn't come with $150,000 in foundation problems. Funny how the things we think we deserve aren't always what we need. Diane learned that the hard way, one cracked foundation at a time.